A very good evening to you. This is Prime TV News. Let's take a look at the headlines first. The President says the presidential election will not be held early. The Prime Minister says manufacturing sector should be strengthened to overcome economic problems in the country. Young professionals point out there is no negative effect to Sri Lanka from the Singapore Free Trade Agreement. The Navy detects 284 kilograms of Kerala cannabis, valuing more than 30 million rupees, floating in the sea. And in headlines overseas, one of China's richest men, Jack Ma, is to step down from the company to focus on philanthropy. And now we move on to the news in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena says that he is not prepared to hold the presidential election early before the scheduled time. He said that although some people say the presidential election would be held soon, only he can decide on that. President Maithripala Sirisena said this while addressing SLFP Central Balamandala meeting in Nivithigala. The President said that the SLFP, which has a proper vision about the country, is moving forward successfully by strengthening organizational capabilities. He emphasized that no one set up a government alone without the support of the SLFP. Expressing his views on the development activities in the Ratnapura district, he said the permission would be granted to mine gems using small baskets in rivers and canals. The President said that a special statement would be made at the United Nations to free the security forces from the allegations against them. He further said that it would provide solutions to many challenges faced by the country. 10 senior SLFP members of the Ratnapura district who worked for the party for a long period of time were felicitated under the patronage of the President. Meanwhile, the President opened the Sri Lanka Freedom Party in Nivithigala. A large group of people, including parliamentarians, were present. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the manufacturing sector should be strengthened to overcome economic problems in the country. The Prime Minister said that those challenges could be met by the 2025 programme. The Prime Minister said that late President J.R. Jayawardena introduced the open economy and the manufacturing sector developed as a result. The country became self-sufficient in rice due to the Mahaweli scheme. The Prime Minister said this while attending the Puttlam District United National Party Balamandala meeting. State Minister Niroshan Pereira organised the meeting in Chilao. Chairman of United National Party Young Professionals Association MP Harshana Rajakaruna says that there is no negative effect to Sri Lanka from the Singapore Free Trade Agreement. He said this during a media briefing in Colombo.
You would have seen this Business Times weekend newspaper in Singapore. They have written an article on their issue, which is the garbage. So our politicians in Sri Lanka took this and had a press conference, was talking about, oh yeah, Singapore is having this big garbage problem. And through the Sri Lanka-Singapore FTA, that garbage is going to come to Sri Lanka. And I read it very carefully. Not a word about Sri Lanka-Singapore free trade agreement. Right? So they just wrote on an issue that Singapore is facing. So if they write next week about the issue that they have regarding water, right? You know, Singapore has to bring water from Malaysia. They will say Sri Lanka-Singapore Free Trade Agreement was signed because they want to take the water from Sri Lanka to Singapore. This panel discussion itself is going to help overcome that.
A consultant of the Finance Ministry, Deshal Demel, said that Sri Lanka would get many benefits from the free trade agreement.
It's clear then that FTAs can have some significant benefits to a country like Sri Lanka. in terms of gaining market access to key regional markets, in terms of being able to attract FDI, and in terms of being able to export. That's supportive for both existing Sri Lankan exporting companies and also in terms of attracting export-oriented FDI that wants to take advantage of these new markets. Another important thing that we often forget is that when you have these kind of binding commitments and FTAs, it also forces the hand of the government to go into to really to fast-track some of the essential domestic reforms. So one example of this is the anti-dumping legislation that I spoke about earlier. This has been on the pipeline for more than 2 decades. But with the FTAs coming online now, the government really took measures into its own hands and expedited the passage of those legislations.
The Navy has found more than 284 kilograms of Kerala cannabis, valuing more than 30 million rupees, floating in the sea. It is the biggest stock of Kerala cannabis found so far by the Navy. The stock of cannabis has been found by the Navy officers of the North Central Naval Command. The Navy said that the cannabis was found floating in the sea off the Iranathu Island. They suspect that attempts have been made to bring the stock of Kerala cannabis in 95 bags after dumping those in the sea. The Navy has handed over the stock of cannabis to the Mulankavil police for further investigations. The Asala Perahara festival of the Valukarame Temple, Kollupitiya, was held in a grand scale. The procession commenced under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The procession was conducted for the 55th time. The Prime Minister placed the casket on the elephant. The procession commenced from Valukarama Temple and returned to the temple through Kollupitiya Liberty Roundabout. The procession had been organised giving priority to traditional cultural items. The second stage of marking answer scripts of the GCE Advanced Level Examination will take place from the 11th to the 24th of this month. 24 schools will be used to mark the GCE Advanced Level answer scripts this year in the second phase. 4 schools among them would be kept completely closed during that time. Accordingly, Colombo Ananda College, Kalutara Gurulugomi Mahavidyalaya, Sudharma Vidyalaya in Gaul and St. Servatius College in Mathura will reopen on the 25th of this month. The examinations department says that the other 20 schools will be kept partially closed for evaluations. And still on local news, a large number of young entrepreneurs have been created by the Bank of Ceylon Thurunu Diriya loan scheme under the Enterprise Sri Lanka program. A due progress review report has been published that the Ratnapura district is leading in the program. The Enterprise Sri Lanka program is successfully implemented with the aim of creating 100,000 entrepreneurs. More than 16 loan schemes have been introduced under the program for the new entrepreneurs to stand on their own feet. The Ratnapura district is leading by providing loans to 12 young entrepreneurs under the Thurunu Diriya loan scheme. 105 young entrepreneurs have been provided with loans island-wide under the scheme. Another large group of people has received benefits with the launching of Enterprise Sri Lanka Lakdiriya program. Under that, the Bank of Ceylon provided a school bus for residents at Gampolo Kuruduwatta area under the guidance of Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla. An introduction and an educational program of Enterprise Sri Lanka program was held at the Labuduwa Dakshinapaya Auditorium in Gaul. Southern Province Agriculture Minister UGD Arya Tilaka, People's Bank Karapitiya Branch Manager Shamila Karunaratna were present on the occasion. The Diyavaranayo program, which will develop all canals that carry water from Inginimitia Reservoir, was launched from Inginimitia today. These canals are being developed after 36 years. This project is scheduled to be completed within 21 days. The Ministry of Irrigation and Disaster Management is implementing the project. State Minister Palitharange Bandara said that apart from renovating canals, the roads in the villages would also be developed. Galgamur UNP organizer, Vimba Provincial Councillor Mohan Pereira says that 200 million rupees has been allocated to development activities in the Kurunegala Galgamur electoral division. He said this during an opening of a drinking water project at Katueva area. Minister Spina Vinna was present on the occasion. A suspect has been arrested with gold biscuits valuing more than 200 million rupees. The suspect, who had arrived from Chennai, has been arrested at the Kattunayak International Airport by custom officers. They have found 5 packets of gold biscuits in the possession of the suspect. They said that the weight of gold was more than 3 kilograms. A suspect has been arrested from the Thamuttegam area with a stock of narcotic pills. Police said that they found about 1,000 narcotic pills in the possession of the suspect. They said that the suspect is a father of 1 child and is 27 years old. Police have found the narcotic pills hidden inside his daughter's preschool bag. The suspect has maintained the racket for a long period of time. He is reported to have sold 1 narcotic pill for 500 rupees to school students. A special function was held in Colombo to coincide with the World Peace Conference scheduled to be held in Korea. The function was held at the Ratmalana Lalit Atulat Mudali Vocational Training Centre. Sri Lanka's youth was briefed about the International Youth Programme at the event. The International World Peace Summit is scheduled to be held from 17th to the 19th of this month in Seoul, Korea. The summit is held with the aim of creating a world without fear of wars and solidarity. The summit also hopes to get the support of the international community for new peace laws instead of the UN's present law on peace. More than 2,000 people, including state leaders, religious leaders and journalists, are expected to attend the summit. The Sarasa Vasantaya show to appreciate veteran lyricist Nilar N. Kasim's 25-year of creation was held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. The show was held at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute. The Sarasa Vasantaya book and flash drive containing 100 songs were launched on the occasion. The President handed over a memento to Nilar N. Kasim. Professor J.B. Dissanayake delivered the keynote address. President's Additional Secretary Saman Ataudahetti and the musician Nadika Guruke also delivered brief speeches. 3 CDs with sons of Nilar N. Kasim was launched at the show, and his songs added color to the event. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. For more information, you can log on to www.itnnews.lk. I'm Umagi Vijay Surya, signing off for Prime TV News. Good night.